Hello and welcome to the Superintendents Perspective. I'm Lisa Ayala with Edinburgh CISD Public Relations, and I'm joined by Dr. Mario Salinas, Superintendent of Schools, and Mr. Antonio Ballesteros, Director of After School Programs. And today we're going to be talking about the benefits of UIL and the benefits of after school programs, why they're so important in school. So Dr. Salinas, you want to start us off?
Well, I've said this many times, we want to provide high quality services to our parents and our students. We want our schools to be a school that parents, when they talk about Edinburgh CISD, that they talk about quality education programming that their children experience. Mm-hmm. One of the major initiatives for us is to provide enrichment activities after school. We feel that these activities help our students grow academic-wise and socio-emotional wise, and in all kinds of ways. We feel that after-school programs are really, really important, to the point that we actually have a director to oversee the after-school program to help the campuses run an efficient and high-quality after-school program. We feel it's just as important as 8 to 4. Learning how to do math, how to read, how to write sentences, etc. To us, after-school programs is just as important. Are you the director of after-school program, Mr. Ballesteros? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, absolutely. As a director of after-school programs at Edinburgh CISD, my primary role and responsibility is to work with principals, work with assistant coordinators and coordinators at the campuses to be able to bring experiences that are going to help our students, not just utilize some of the skills that they're going to be competing in, but also to experience, through enrichment and clubs and organizations, that which is going to be after school programs. And so one of the main things that my responsibility, of course, is to steer and help provide the students and the sponsors and the campuses an opportunity to have a good environment where the kids can actually compete with other schools at the elementary, middle, or high school level through UIL competitions.
I know that when I was at the high school, working at the high school, Mr. Ballesteros, you were there too. Some of these after-school UIL programs, the quality and the rigor of the materials that are being taught in after-school programs is even higher than advanced placement. Programming. The rigor of some of the problems that these students solve in UIL, to me, that is as rigorous as it gets in public schools.
You just basically compete and you can win trophies for your school. It's really nice because you get to learn new things in your clubs, and it's really amazing because you get to socialize with a lot of friends. I'm competing in listening skills. It's really fun because you get to listen to a story and you can write notes down during it, and you can use those notes during the test. A lot of schools really want you to win, but sometimes you just need to have fun. Be with your friends and just enjoy the time here that you have.
The opportunities and the rewards for these kids is immense, and it doesn't matter whether the student, again, comes from a high socioeconomic family or not. The opportunity for those kids through rigorous competition and utilization of critical thinking skills and working in teams and collaborating is all what is going to help them be successful in the future. So absolutely, that was as a coach, a great opportunity to work with kids.
And to that point, we had 153 National Hispanic Scholars. And
this year or last year?
This year.
This year.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I think 99% of them, 100% of them, all participated in UIL. So that goes to also, kind of that point, that the rigor, all of them participating, they learn, I guess, they're disciplined.
Let me explain. A National Hispanic Scholar is a student who does very well in the college entrance exams, such as the SAT or the PSAT. If you score high, very high, the college board recognizes the student and you're Hispanic, or one of your parents is Hispanics, or they recognize the children have done really well as National Hispanic Scholars. These students typically get multiple scholarship offers from many universities because they want those students, they know that they do well academic-wise. If we had 153 National Hispanic Scholars this year, I'm going to guess that 98% of them were involved in some kind of after-school program, UIL or music or some other kind of program. I know you dealt with that.
I agree. Again, drawing from my experience as a UIL science coach, the students that we work with were involved in band. They were in cheerleading. Some of these individuals actually went on to MIT, to Stanford, to University of Texas, Texas A&M, and right here at home, UTRGV as well. So the breadth of the student where they came from and the experiences they had at the high school was very diverse. And so that's one of the great things about UIL, that as long as the kids are willing to commit themselves and to work and to really, persist and take advantage of all those opportunities, those students are going to be successful in the end. So absolutely, Dr. Salinas, one of the things about UIL programs is that they enhance the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, which is the guide. It's a standards that guide the curriculum at every grade level and every subject in Texas. But what the UIL does is that it gives the kids an opportunity to develop those critical thinking skills, those collaboration skills, and creative skills to be able to excel in the AP, whether it's the PSAT that you mentioned or whether it's the ACT. So it's getting those kids ready for the year, the learning here at the high school level, but also beyond.
Mm-hmm. And UIL also promotes what you call soft skills.
Yes.
What are soft skills? Skills that talking to each other.
Right now she's at Austin. And we're thinking of going to Barrientos. So some of her friends are not going to Barrientos, so she's going to have to make new friends. And I think this helps her a lot for opening her mind to see other different kids. So that's going to be different. And I know it's in elementary, she's had these kids since she was in pre-K to 5th grade. It's going to open more doors for her. I know it will. And she's going to see what's out there. But I know she'll do well.
Let's say we're a team.
Right.
Let's say we're a math team, the number sense, let's say. We're a team, UIL team. And we practice as a team. The coach gives us problems to prepare us for a UIL tournament, and together as a team we solve the problems, right? And we practice together. You have to work with others.
That's right.
You have to work with others for a common purpose. Whatever that mission of that company is. Typically, employees don't work in isolation. They work with others for a common good of whatever that company's mission is. So UIL promote that. It's not doesn't have to be just athletics that promote teamwork. UIL promote that as well. In addition to the rigorous problems that the students have to solve under the pressure of the clock. It's a collaboration, and then the coach also deals. You're dealing with a coach quite a bit, back and forth. You were a coach, and the coach together with the UIL team, all that. To me, mimics a work environment.
Yes.
And I saw that, and I saw the value of UIL in addition to the athletics. But today we're talking UIL,
Right.
UIL academics, and I said, when I became superintendent, I said that needs to be done at the elementary.
That's the magic right
that
there.
needs to be done. It needs to start at the elementary.
Yes.
And so when I became a superintendent, I said we're going to have UIL at all elementary schools, not just the inner city schools,
Right.
the typical, the Jefferson, the Canterbury, we're going to have UIL at all our elementary schools because UIL is good for children.
Yes.
And not only because of the academic rigor, but because of the soft skills that you talk about.
Right.
Soft skills, you need them. It may be more, in fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say soft skills are probably more important than reading and writing and math. When it comes to the work environment, the soft skills are going to take you further.
That's right.
And I believe all these programs promote soft skills. It's a learned skill.
Yes.
It's not innate. It's a learned skill to work with others, to collaborate with others, to communicate with others, to solve problems together. You learn those things.
And to do it in a positive way.
And so I wanted to replicate the high school environment at the elementary, and I said we're going to do it at all schools.
That's come off beautifully, by the way.
We want to do it at all schools. All schools deserve it. All children deserve it because it's good for children. So if we start them early in the elementary, can you imagine by the time they get to the high school, when you get them at the high school, they've already been practicing since they were in second or third grade.
That's right. And we got a dose of that.
Imagine that.
The
you
growth.
know, the how prepared our children are going to be to go out to college and succeed.
You know, Dr. Salinas, on that note, as a former coach, any coach is going to provide an environment where the kids can excel. So first, you got to have the passion as a coach. You have to have the environment, and you have to know how to prepare your kids for competition. So we get to see that as high school sponsors. You get to see that, and I can tell you that for the past couple of weekends we've had. Where we've been hosting elementary UIL competitions, and that interaction between a coach and a student was visible at our elementary UIL competition. So you're right. You know, the formation of the concept of team, the concept of collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, all of that is being displayed at our UIL competitions already. So I'm very proud to say, you know, that in the 4 zones that we have, you know, we're beginning to see all of that already. And the kids are only going to become better as they progress from elementary to middle and then to high school.
And we had a chance to go actually around to the different competitions and see the kids, you know, practicing and being in the hallway and doing their thing and being excited, and they were working together and they were working alone, and the whole vibe of the energy of being a part of something like that was so exciting. It was wonderful to interview the kids and hear how they described what they were doing and how articulate they were in describing it as third graders and fourth graders and fifth graders, but they were in poetry, or they're in reading skills, or they're in some kind of oral, or they're doing chess or whatever it was. But to have them describe it and have those communication skills and talk about what they were going to do, how they were going to do it, how they were going to present their next thing, and whatever. It was magical.
Right.
And I heard you say that.
And then I went into the Bill Garza. One of the competition was at Bill. And I walked into the gym. There was several hundred people in there, parents, children, teachers, all kinds of people in there. I mean, you can feel the energy. And I look around, the kids were having fun. They were having fun. They were enjoying it. And I think our schools need to be a place where children can have a good time. And I could see it. I could see the energy that the kids were loving it all. I don't think they realize that they're enhancing their academic skills, they're enhancing their communication skills, they're enhancing their social-emotional health. They don't even realize it, you know. But it was a good thing to see. You know, we hadn't seen that in a couple of years due to the pandemic. But that's the kind of thing that I think we need to continue to promote, you know. And I know we've had 4 tournaments in the last couple of weeks, and I mean that was good to see the children having a good time practicing, getting ready for the competition in their little teams there. I don't know, we had 8 schools in there. It was good. It was very good to see our little ones having fun.
Absolutely, and
learning at the same time.
And that's it.
And getting better
That's
at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Continuing
You know,
that.
having
That's-
fun. I mean, school should be fun, right?
It should be
While
fun
doing
while they
something
learn.
rigorous.
Exactly.
While at the
Which
same
is-
time doing
yeah.
something that's very rigorous.
Absolutely.
Above and beyond what they do in the classroom.
Correct.
This is way above and beyond of what they do in the classroom.
That's
at the
right.
high school, at the middle, and at the elementary.
Even
Absolutely.
at the pre-K3, you do enrichment. So basically, you
Enrichment?
start them
Oh,
even
yes.
early.
They don't do
Even earlier.
UIL, but they do
Right, they do
enrichment. They do
enrichment.
music. They do other
Dance,
types
they
of
do all
things.
kinds
and
of
crafts,
things, that-
correct.
and they all require those same kind of soft skills. So y'all are you're introducing that young, and that's great. That's going to continue on,
And we want our parents, and that's just adding quality. You know, we talk
Exactly.
about having high quality schools.
yes,
This is just quality, high quality activities.
yes.
I think, Dr. Salinas, you've mentioned this, that you know, UIL is the best kept secret. It's a vehicle to get our kids ready for college and beyond.
I think it's the best kept secret in education in Texas.
Yes. Thank you. I agree. Well, that's our show for today, and we have lots more to talk about. You'll see a lot more about UIL, esports, and different things like that as we come up in the next few weeks. Thank you all for joining us on this week's edition of the Superintendent's Perspective, and as always, stay healthy and stay safe.
I would only say one thing. Slow it down.